Brianna and Morgan that jumped on. Is Tiffany here too?
I don't see her.
No Tiffany yet.
Okay, well, I'm recording, so.
Perfect.
I've never done this before, guys, so.
Yay for figuring it out.
Definitely not my game. Okay, so we'll be able to send this to all of your girls. Raquel then aren't here, so it works out. I just got to figure out how to turn it into a link, but we'll do that. Okay. So do you want me just to start with this, or Raquel, do you want to kind of like go into why they're here, what they're gonna like? You tell me.
It don't matter. I don't care.
Okay. This isn't like super formal, guys. Like this is just we're trying to keep the lines of communication open. I'm sure you understand a little bit about how like there's uplines and we're all a team and so forth, but just know that like we're all a team on the same level and that we work together. And Raquel is stepping up as a leader and she's learning her leadership role. So like, you know, if there's ever something that she's not able to answer, she's going to come to us, and that's why we work as a team, and we're all learning. Like I'm still learning from my uplines, Autumn's learning from me and other uplines, and you know, it just kind of goes up the line. And that's, I think, the beauty of this business is that there's never a time that you stop learning. People at the top of this company are still learning things and what's working and what's not, and the way the industry changes. So that is like a beautiful thing. So yeah, okay, so happy you're here. Christy, who's our ambassador, did a newbie training in the beginning of March, and she touched on a bunch of different topics that are often like questions in the beginning of this business. So I'm just going to touch on what I have notes-wise from that. If there's any questions, there is a chat. If you're not familiar with Zoom and how, I don't know where that is on the computer. Ooh, okay.
It's the bottom. It says participant. Oh no, don't. It says more. You click more and then click chat.
Yeah. Okay. So then chat. I can see it here. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Can someone just type something to see if it'll just pop up if I.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. So I'm gonna keep it to the side and I can see it at all times if anything comes up. So if at any point you guys have any questions about anything I'm saying, like I can stop, back up, re-explain something, or anyone else can jump in and explain it a little differently. So a big thing is like you join this business for a reason. So what Christy had us do is, why did you originally join? Your why is something that you're going to come back to over and over again. There's days, I've been in this business a little over a year and a half now, and there's days where I'm like, life is tough, today is tough, what is going on, why am I doing this, is it worth it? Those things cross your mind, but you always come back to your why and why you started, and how much you've changed since the beginning. And I think like it always brings me back to where I should be. So it's important to like know, did you start because of paying off debt? Did you do it to get more time? Did you do it to quit your day job? Did you do it because you're a single mom or single parent? Did you do it because, you know, whatever your reason is, keep that near and dear to your heart. If you have to post it on a wall or a mirror, and keep your goals visible. Like I'm going through this with a couple of people right now on my team, is that like, if your goals aren't visible, you're not going to be able to work in a way that you're going to achieve them. So like if your goal is to be diamond in 90 days, you need to work like a diamond in 90 days. And we can teach you how to do that, but your goals have to be so blatantly obvious or you're not going to achieve them in that time frame. So if you need help on how to make your goal, then, you know, reach out to somebody, but like that is so, so important.
I agree. And you said yesterday about, just to hang off of that, about posting like what our goal is. And like, I went through and I put little Post-it notes all over my freaking apartment. My boyfriend came home and it was like, so 50 BV a day. And I was like, yep, 50 BV a day. Like I posted it above our toilet paper roll. I posted it in the middle of our bathroom mirror. So you literally have to move your face out of the way to see around it. Like that's what I wanted. And then I posted it like on our microwave. I posted that on our TV, everywhere. So like he's even gonna see what our damn goals are for this month, so he can help push me too.
Exactly. And that's like almost how ridiculous you need to be. Like I have, you know, I'm boxed for double diamond this month, and like that's a huge thing. But like in the corner of my mirror, it says I am triple diamond. Like that to me like makes me want to throw up when I say it. but it's there. It's there because I look at it. So like, don't be afraid to dream big. If your goals make you want to puke, it's probably a good thing.
Yes.
And that's just how I see it. Okay. So how you brand yourself. This is huge. Don't be an it works girl. Don't be that black and green shiny thing you pull off Pinterest that says, it works, join my team. Nobody's going to join your team. Nobody's going to join your team. You know, it's just, you need to be you, make people fall in love with you, and sprinkle the business. Make them wonder, what is she doing? She's up to something. Or they're going to follow up and be like, she was doing this project, or she was on this, like on this avenue to this goal. I wonder if she hit it. I wonder how she's doing. I want, like, make people ask questions, make people be interested in you, and have them follow your story. We always talk about sharing your story. And like a lot of times when people start this business, they're like, well, I don't really have a story. I just kind of joined this business and like, I'm scared out of my mind. And that's really all I know. That is your story. Your story is that you joined this business to change your life. And then they're going to watch how you transform over time. People want to, you know, people join this business. They're like, I can't get a low customer. I can't get a show. What's wrong with me? I don't know how to sell this stuff. Because people are watching. It's not something that happens overnight, this business. Like the people that are in the Millionaires Club, Christy talked about it last night on her giveaway. In the last 8 years, they've made $4 million. Do you think she was making $1 million in her first year? She made it over, like, you know what I mean? Maybe even 2 years. But it takes time. And so, like, you have to just trust the process. And I think that's something I've told Raquel. I think I told Autumn in the beginning. It's just, you know, you ask questions, trust the process. So brand yourself in a way that you would want to look at yourself. Like you would want to say, oh, like, let me check out her page. And if you need help with that, steal from uplines. Steal posts from people. Go follow top leaders in the business. And if you need help with names to look people up, ask. We'll give you a whole list of people. And just take posts, make them your own, and use them. And that's okay.
As long as you're copying from the right cat, like make sure you are finding people that are in your upline, people that are having posts that work for them. Like if you see someone that had a post, you're like, oh, I like that, but there was one like on it and there was no other input, that's probably not a post that you want to do because it's just not getting something. Or you just need to rework it. So maybe it has the right content, but you need to rework it to fit your group. You know, like a lot of times there's stuff on here about like mamas. And I know I have mamas on my team, and mamas on my page, but that's not primarily who I speak to, like on my page. It's a lot of like travelers and people that come to my bars. So it's kind of like I need to tailor what I'm doing to them. So if I put up a post about mamas, they're like, we want to go get drinks later. We're not talking about that. So make sure that like the posts that you're doing are relevant to your, like the people that you are speaking to as well on your group.
That's like the 5-pillar thing, correct? Where, to brand yourself, you want 5 things that are about you. You write down 5 things that you want people to know about you, and that's what you focus on when you're posting.
Right. So like, I mean, it could be family, you know, what, I don't even know. I have mine listed, but I can't remember them off the top of my head, but like family, your hobbies, what motivates you. People are like foodies. It doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be something that like, it doesn't have to be crazy. It's like the simple things that just make you you. So there's that. Okay. So we also have calls various times throughout the week. Don't let that overwhelm you. We have on Sunday night, we have a family call, which is at 10 p.m. I know that's kind of late. The good thing about that is that Mark Pentecost, it's on his page. So it's live and it's there the next day. So I'm going to be so honest. I don't usually catch that one. I catch it Monday morning on my way to like taking my daughter to school, or some point Monday, I'm catching the family call from Sunday night. Totally fine. This business is like an online class. You know the work that needs to be done. You fit it into your life, but you have to be reliable for yourself, and you have to be self-motivated. because no one's going to be showing up at your door every day to be like, did you do your work today?
Mm-hmm.
This has to be your willpower. So that's Sunday night, Monday night, and this is all on the task lists. So if you need those task lists, just reach out. It's also in the DT blueprint too. This is in several places. And then 9:30 on Monday night, right? Monday night, show me the money, Monday night.
Yes.
Yes. Show me the money is on Pam Souders. Again, that is recorded. So if you can't watch it on Monday night, you can watch it Tuesday morning, whatever works for you. There's always top leaders on there, and it's a good perspective. Like, she's always got something good going on. And then we have our team call on Monday night coming up. This week will be the first one. It'll be 7 o'clock every single Monday night for 30 minutes. Sometimes maybe not even. I don't want to go over that, but it's just going to be like the bare minimum. Any updates, anybody needs anything, ask questions, but we're here for you during that time. That's my child. And then Tuesday night is Caitlin.
Wait, question.
Go for it.
Brianna has one.
If you want to
Speak.
You can talk or you can type it, whatever you want.
You just need to unmute yourself if you want to speak, Brianna. You don't have to use your video to speak either. You don't have to turn your camera on.
Okay, so like whenever I go back to work, I work from 3 to 11. So like I work evening shifts, so I'm not going to be able to do any of these Zooms. Is there any ones that are like during the day?
There aren't really ones that are like during the day as far as like Zooms goes. We are talking about doing power hours though during the day, which gives us the opportunity to work on some like tasks together, and you would be able to ask some questions if like, let's say I do a power hour at like 9 a.m. And you were like, oh, well, I have some questions about this. We can address those questions while like we're doing it and help give you some focus during it too. For the most part, what I do then, because I'm a bartender, so right now the bar is closed, but I was in the same position as you when I first started, and I was like, I can't catch any of these Zooms. I feel like I'm missing out. But follow what Sam says. Like, if you get up the next day and you go find those, because usually people post them. Like, they'll put them in the group chats, or it'll be posted on, like, the page. Go to them, find them. If you can't find them, ask someone, because 10 to 1, someone is going to be like, oh, yep, I found that. I watched it. And there's times too when it wasn't recorded, but like I went to Sam and was like, hey, what happened in this Zoom? And she gave me like a one-on-one and went over all of her notes. And I took away so much just from her notes, not even being able to watch it. So there's tons of ways for you to get the same information. You just have to look for it or ask for it, because we'll give them to you. You won't be able to like participate in the, like that in the moment, like ask questions or whatever, but most of them are recorded. And if they're not recorded, someone watched them and is going to be willing to help give you that information. So don't be afraid to ask.
Okay, and then are we gonna go over too, like with this that tracker sheet that we have?
Yeah, I can do that.
I guess I'm having trouble, like, because when I first started, there was like a list of things that you have to do every day, but then like when we transferred over to that, I'm not sure like which stuff I'm supposed to still be doing.
So that tracker is something that we'll probably go over just a little bit later in this, because we're going to talk about
I have it.
I have mine too. I have mine handmade because my printer was a psycho
Me
when
too.
I was trying to do it. Yep. So honestly, when you're going through the HAPS and we start talking about it, you're going to realize that when you're doing HAPS and you're filling out that tracker sheet, you are completing most of the tasks on your list that you're supposed to be doing just by doing that. And we'll go over that in full for you, so you understand it and it makes sense for you.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. No, you're good. I just didn't want we have that like planned, and I want Sam to be able to get through this part, and then we can focus on talking a lot about the HAPS and task lists and things like that too. So that way it's not broken up and we're just on one topic at a time, so it's not confusing for everyone. Make sense?
Sounds good.
Perfect.
Okay. So as far as the Zooms go, they're on the task list. And like I said, they're like every day of the week, there's some going on, but just keep an eye out for the graphics. And I don't think I really need to go any more detail of that. So what's your first goal? You guys have already been working on this. Your first 6 loyal customers. That's going to get you the $150 shopping spree. and should probably solidify your box for a 400 BV, because you're going to hear people say, well, what is, like, I don't know what that means. BV is the value of the is it business?
The business value of that specific product.
So basically, like, if someone buys 3 products from you, the BV is going to be different than the dollar amount, and that BV is what counts towards your paycheck. So your block, like you specifically need 400 BV. That gets you from distributor to executive. Okay, so that's not necessarily like a promotion, but that's the next step, because that's when we'll start to build your team underneath you for you to hit Ruby. Everybody should have a Ruby chart printed. And do you have that video, Raquel? Did you share the video of the Ruby?
I shared it with everyone, yes.
Okay. So you should have an understanding of what that 6 loyal customers is, and then what the Ruby chart looks like. Those are your first goals. And always refer back to that video if you need to. We get paid on the 15th of every month. Sometimes it comes the 13th, 14th. It just depends where the 15th falls. Most times we get paid a little bit early. And that's going to be your residual income paycheck. There's 5 ways we get paid. And I have that paper. I'm so unorganized right now.
That's all right. We can just rattle it off. So it's your wraps.
Yeah, well, so it's your like personal cash, like whatever you're selling, like your products cash. So like if you're selling coffee, wraps, samples, whatever. And then coffee samples, I think that's separately, like from your sample app. I don't know if that's like included. Your promotional bonuses, your weekly bonuses,
commissions,
your paycheck once a month.
And helping your team grow. Oh, no, that was the weekly.
That's promotion or leadership. That's leadership pay. Okay, so there's like 5 ways to get paid. But in the beginning, the biggest thing for weekly pay, because that is when you sign a distributor and you teach them to get their first 6 loyal customers, you're going to get $150 just paid to you Thursday or Friday the following week. So you can make unlimited bonuses weekly. And then your sample cash, you can be selling coffee samples daily. That's cash in hand, right to your Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, whatever that looks like to you. And then your weekly, your monthly pay, all of that is like in the immediate ways for you to make income.
And coffee samples are a good one too, because that's how you get like your loyal customers. Most people that tried the coffee samples I sent out became loyal customers. Same thing with wraps too, or I do a lot of like greens.
Just gonna grab me.
Okay.
You're good.
Oftentimes I'll do packets of like Hydrate and my Super Reds because I drink those all the time. So people are like, what are you drinking? I want to try that. So I sell them 5 for $25, and boom, like that's cash right in my hand, right then and there. And oftentimes they're like, damn, that shit's delicious. I'm like, I know, I told you. So then they become loyal customers. So you just need to be able to, like, whatever you're selling, like, 1, that's cash on hand, but 2, it's really good because those are all people that, as long as you follow up, like, hey, how did you like that coffee that I sent you? Most of the time they're gonna be like, that shit was so good, and then they're gonna buy it, and now you just got a loyal customer. So you're making money off of them in 2 ways: cash in your pocket immediately from the samples, and 2, now they just signed to be a loyal customer for 3 months with you. So there's ways for you to make money long term from both the ways.
Okay. So then Christy kind of just she just said learn as you go. Like, everyone, you're not going to get all the information you need right off the bat. You're not going to like feel like an expert. Guys, I still don't feel like an expert. There's things when you get to different levels, you need to learn new things. And there's some days where I feel like I'm ignorance on fire in a leadership role. Like, you know, you're just learning as you go, but your support should always be there so that although you might feel like you're not sure of some things, you're supported and we figure it out. So throw into the fire, pick 3 products that you think your audience would like that you currently have on Facebook, whether that's like weight loss or beauty products or, you know, overall wellness, whatever, and really like hone in on those products. And then pick something that lights a fire under you. Like for me, obviously, I'm nursing right now. So I tend to talk a lot to customers and on Facebook and Instagram about postpartum weight loss, postpartum breastfeeding help, postpartum, like everything, depression, like, and I hit home with that because it's something I'm passionate about. And I think people feel that when I talk about it. So that's kind of like, just find your niche. And we talked about the product credit. Steps to success. That's a form that corporate picks they make, and it's literally the roadmap to this business. If you follow the steps to success every month, you will be in the Millionaires Club. There's nothing else to it. Joel and Stephanie Dunn are at the top of the company. They're the #1 income earners in this entire business. Their one tip to people when people are like, what do you do? Like, how do you literally make insane money? They will flat out say steps to success every single month.
And they just repeat that.
Oh,
like you complete it once, you start over and you do it again, and they just repeat. It's a simplified way to do it.
People tend to make this business very complicated, and we are all guilty of that at times.
Yes.
And I think that's what holds us back. So then she also talked about like finding 20 people that you'd want to work your business with. So just think about 20 people as you're going. We call it your dream team. So as you're going through like Facebook, Instagram, or anything, or your friends or your family or anything like that, like create your dream team and write it down. Know who you would really want to do this with. And this is the biggest take home right now. And especially like with the economy and the way things are going, do not decide ahead. Do not decide ahead if someone can afford it. Do not decide ahead if someone wants it. Do not decide ahead that someone wouldn't want to be a part of your business. Morgan and I went to high school together. There's a girl that actually was 2 years ahead of me, and I played basketball with her. And I always thought she was in Beachbody. So I never asked her. She was, she has 2 kids, and we were close in high school, and she's like super into fitness and wellness and like so forth. And I just like, oh, I definitely think she's in Beachbody. I'm not going there. Like, I'm not going to ask. It's just like totally uncharted territory. She joined with Sam Bowers. And when I saw her announce it, I was upset at first. And this was only a couple months ago. And Sam Bowers, if you don't know, is like our presidential diamond. She lives in Liz. The only difference between Sam Bowers and I is that Sam Bowers asked. Because she didn't decide ahead. I did. It was my loss. So I lost a distributor to grow my team because I decided ahead. Don't make that mistake. You will make that mistake, but learn from it.
Yes.
Do not decide ahead. And a lot of the people from the top, they talk about like, we sell coffee, we sell beauty, we sell affordable things. I mean, this deal that's going on right now, insane. It's absolutely insane. It tastes good. We get fast results. We have unique things, and we deliver. We seriously, like, I've had several orders that have been damaged when they've come in the mail, like not just me, but like customers. And this happens like through postage, and just happened to my mom this morning. I just emailed Sam Bowers. She opened her Reds on the go, and there was a big slit in the bag, and it split some of the packs. So they were like open inside the bag. Just during packaging, it happened. I sent it to Sam Bowers. They're going to send her a brand new one for free.
Yay.
So like, it's just, this happens, and this has happened numerous times, and they will immediately send it out. Like it is managed. We have great customer service. This business, like I've never been upset without like a fix very quickly. So the $15,000 bonus that you guys are all up for, the way Christy describes it, if you were working in an office and your boss came to you or your company came to you and they said, if you make 200 calls a day for the next 90 days, I'm going to give you $15,000. You would make 200 calls a day for the next 90 days. It just is what it is. So for a $15,000 bonus, you have to build a diamond chart in 90 days. Is that possible? Absolutely. Is that possible in 60 days? Absolutely. Is it possible in 30? Absolutely. But like, it takes work. So if that's your goal, you need to reach out to Raquel, to Autumn, to me, to Caitlin, whoever you just feel you want to reach out to, and let somebody know that that's where you're going. And then they will work with you. We will all work with you to get there. But again, these are the goals. If they're not spoken, we don't know. And there's like the last couple things were post the way you were be attracted to. Don't be spammy. Be clean, be crisp, be a product of the product. You have an opportunity to use a product reward. If you don't know what a product reward is, ask Raquel or somebody, and we can go into that. Use your 150 when you get it. If you have the ability to just buy one product, buy it. Be a product of the product. So some acronyms you'll see. LC, loyal customer. DT, distributor. BBK. I don't know why, but I didn't know what a BBK was forever. What the heck are they talking about? Business Builder Kit. Okay, that's what you get when you sign as a distributor. GV is your group volume. So when you become like when you sign distributors and you're creating your own team, your GV is everybody under you in one, and then your BV, your business volume for you, or your PBV, personal business volume, is you specifically. So not that you have to really worry about that right now, but those acronyms get thrown around a lot. And last is easiest way to run your business. Be vulnerable. I am like so big on that. I am so big on that. Like, share what breaks you. Share your trauma. Share what makes you so insanely uncomfortable. Reach out to somebody high in the company that might have a similar story as you. Message them. Tell them you joined the business. I told Raquel to do this. You know, we've talked about this.
I just did it.
See? Exactly.
Like 2 days ago, I reached out to Courtney Sharp.
Okay, so Courtney Sharp, her story is, I have chills. It's like literally like head to toe, I have chills right now. She makes me cry every time she talks about it.
Aww.
It is insane to reach out to somebody who you almost feel like is a celebrity at this point. If you go to events, when you guys go to events, because I highly encourage that changes your business. If you go to an event, you just see the culture. You see the culture, you listen to top leaders. Business events happen all over the country, obviously not right now, but when they're back up and running, there's some that you can attend for $20 that might be local, and then there's a conference, and we'll get into this. I'm not gonna overwhelm you, but I just want you to know that there is so many people in this company that you could relate to. And if you need help finding that, we're all here to do that for you. So that's it for the new stuff. If you want to talk about host to post, or if anybody has any questions, Brianna, Morgan, is Morgan still on? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
If anyone has questions, again, this is recorded. So if you want to, it says this meeting is going to end in 10 minutes. So we have 10 minutes because it times out.
Okay. So, I want to kind of go over then the importance of power hours and daily task lists, because those are things that, like, if even if like there's days like when I was working like a open to close and I wasn't able to get everything done or do things like spend all day like on my phone doing this. So I had to be very intentional with my post and what I was doing and the time that I was using. So if you only have 1 hour per day, let's make the most of it. Do the things. Okay. So the things that I do every day, and like now Sam has a task list that go over like each and every single day, and sometimes I would lose them, so I wouldn't have them. So ones that I do like every day, regardless if I have a lot of time or not, this is what I do. These are my personal non-negotiables. Okay, I get a post up and I spend 5 minutes doing that. So I load my stories, I put something up on my Facebook wall, Instagram, 5 minutes doing that. Then next thing I do, I spend 10 minutes messaging people that saw my opportunity post the day before. So the way you do that is you go to your story slide and you click on viewers, and everyone that viewed that, I send them a message like, hey, saw you guys, we can send scripts for that in the chat. But it's just like, hey, I saw you were, you viewed my opportunity. You've been watching me. Is it, would you like to hear about what I do? Something very simple, non-threatening, they just want to hear. So you spend 10 minutes doing that. Then I spend another 10 minutes asking people to hap for me, and that's called host a post. So I go through in my messenger, and it's called green light messaging. So anyone that is active and has a green light next to their name, I go through and I just select them at random, almost however they pop up, and click on their names and ask them like, hey, I'm doing a giveaway right now. It's $100 and an Apple Watch. Would you be willing to put a post up for me on Facebook in exchange for an entry into the giveaway? Most of the time they say yes. Sometimes they're like, no. And then sometimes they even want the product that, like, I asked about coffee, which flavor do you want? And they're like, oh, salted caramel. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, do you want to post that to your wall and then we'll get you signed up? Like, so you can get people just from by doing host to post. Then I spend 5 minutes sending positivity. This is an absolute non-negotiable for me because this will grow your business. I have a message, and Raquel can put it in the chat too at some point, where it's just like, hey friend, like, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to send some positive vibes your way. I tailor it right now to saying, I hope you're staying safe and healthy during all this craziness. I just wanted to send some positive vibes your way. And that's it. I don't ask them to host a post for me after that. I do not ask them about being an LLC. It is strictly for relationships and to spread some positivity. And you'll be amazed that sometimes you will get someone that sends it right back at you, and you didn't even realize you needed to hear that today. So do that. That's going to help build your relationships. And then I spend 15 minutes interacting with my friends from the newest to the oldest. So there's a way for you to select on your friends list once you go in, and it'll you can select newest to oldest, and then you just go down, 2 likes, 1 comment for each friend. That's going to help build your relationship with that person, and also helps your stuff pop up like sooner on their feed since you're interacting with them more. Then I spent another 10 minutes following up on host a post from the previous day. So this is my tracker that I made just because my printer sucked. So inside each one, when you ask someone to do a host a post for you, they say, yeah, you write your name down on it. Now I wrote someone's name down, but they didn't actually do it. They didn't put it up. So I'm going to follow up with them like, hey, you said you wanted to put a post up. The giveaway is X day. Or do you want to go ahead and do it now? Once they put the post up for you, you highlight it because then you know that you did it. Now, everyone's system is different, but for me, once I so these are all the people that commented on that person's post that they put up for me. Once I have friend requested that person, I'll put a little comment on there saying like, hey, sent you a friend request, excited to talk to you. Then I'll go into almost like to message them, but I won't send it until I see that they have accepted my friend request. That helps so that you don't get in Facebook jail like I currently am now. And then once I actually go and talk to them, then I highlight them because I know I have actually talked to this person. They haven't left me on red. I sent them a message, and now I'm going to pay attention to follow up with these people more. If nobody commented, I just do an X through the box, and I don't worry about following up with this one later because there's no likes on it. Spend time on these ones that have a ton of likes. And then I just spend another 5 minutes like saving stories so that I can slides from my stories so I can load them up later, and finishing any task that I didn't get done. So that's something that that's a 60-minute time frame. Now, sometimes you only have 20 minutes here and 20 minutes there. If you follow this guide and you give yourself set times, like set a timer, 10 minutes for this, 10 minutes to interact on Facebook, that's going to help your business. And just by doing the host a post, you're going to complete those steps, because by going to this person's that didn't do anything, I'm going to put a picture on there now and that's going to boost it. Or I'm going to put 1 spot claim that boosts the post. Then in the meantime, I just friend requested all of these people. So now I'm growing my network, which is really important at this business. Then I just sent all of these people messages. So now I just did my messaging portion for the day. So if you follow these haps and you make it your goal to get at least 5 haps a day posted for you, you'll be doing the steps. And if you're getting 5 easily, then challenge yourself to go harder and get 10. Start with 5, see how they're going for you. If people say, no, I'm not, I don't want to post for you, don't send back anything that would make them discouraged later on. Because you can just say like, no problem. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a great weekend or something. And later on, I've had people be like, hey, what is that giveaway you're doing? So just leave the door open so that if they do want to do something later on, you didn't burn that bridge. Did that answer your question, Brianna, with the host to post and the tracker sheet?
Yeah, sorry. It takes me a while to find my mute button.
Okay, so your question's answered. Does anyone else have?
We have 3 minutes.
Anyone have questions? This is an opportunity. Raquel, what I'd like you to do then is, because we don't have a whole lot of time to go over the pick 2 options. The pick 2 is something that you guys need to be really familiar with. It's an opportunity for you to get a ton of loyal customers because it's a good freaking deal. Sell this, promote it, talk about it, be excited about it, because when you're excited about it, everyone else is going to follow and they're going to be excited about it. So get with Raquel so she can talk to you about what the pick 2 is specifically and how to kind of advertise for it if you're struggling with it, because that's going to be a good opportunity for that.
And grab some graphics from Telegram because they're already made for you for the 40 deal.
Yep.
Okay, and if you need anything, we can drop it in, and I can drop it in MVPs because Autumn's in Facebook jail, so I can do it.
I'm hoping that later tonight I will be released from Facebook jail. So as soon as I am out of Facebook jail, I will be catching up with everyone and be around. So I'm super sorry I'm not available via this. But if you have questions, you can always reach out to Raquel or Sam, and I can do stuff via text. Okay. Do you guys have any other questions?
Go ahead, Brianna. Do you have something?
So I guess my only, and I told Raquel this like 300 times. So like I'm just having, I was doing really well when I had my other Facebook because I had like 2,000 friends, but now that I only have like 250 friends, I'm finding that like no one's to post for me, and I am adding people every day, but I just feel like it's just not working as well. Like I haven't gotten anything.
I think putting up like the giveaway post and something quirky, something like silly. Tell me, like I did, it's my birthday month, so I was like, tell me your birthday month for a chance to win, blah blah blah. And like, or pizza or tacos for a chance to win, like something silly. Grab Pinterest, go to interaction posts for Facebook on Pinterest, and you'll get like a whole bunch. Do it that way. And I know you're building and people are kind of like, oh wait, I was already friends with her, is this a scam? Kind of probably like a little unsure right now, but like just keep doing those things and we can keep working with you. Really focus on host to post though, because it's going to build your network.
Yep. And sometimes doing interaction posts too that aren't even about giveaways. Like there's times when I'm just like, hey, put the last meme on your phone up, and I don't have to message them about it, but people love to talk about themselves.